welcome back to Gypsy's Creative Creations. So today we're going to be making a boho bunny from the Dollar Tree. If you're new to my channel and like creative DIYs, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below. Of course, like the video. It really helps my channel out. So everything today comes from the Dollar Tree. So let me go ahead and show you. So what you'll need is some rope. Of course, you'll need the bunny frame from the Dollar Tree. If you want to make the body, you don't have to, but you use the bigger frame or even the smaller frame that they have. Your choice of flowers that all come from the Dollar Tree. And they have come out with all their spring flowers. Excuse my cat Luna, she's being nosy. You'll also need some ribbon. I chose the one with the carrots on there. And also I couldn't find any single carrots. So what I did is I just got the garland and I'm going to remove the carrots off of this. You'll also need something to make the bunny tail. So I'm choosing to go with the pom-poms that is in the Easter section of the Dollar Tree as well. Alright, so what you're going to have to do to start off with is unravel your rope. So at the very end there is some tape that the Dollar Tree has put on there. Just take that off. Right, and then you're just going to untwine the rope. And the reason that you're doing this is so you get more of a boho look on the frame. So I'm going to go ahead and unravel all this rope and I'll be right back. Alright guys, so what we're going to do is like basically measure it out and then pre-cut the rope. So what we're going to do is basically the loops. I'm going to go around the frame and see how much of a kind of like an overhang that we're wanting. And I'll show you what I mean by that. Basically, you're wanting to see how much of a tether you're wanting. So this part I encourage that you play around with and do it the way that you would like. Because you could repurpose especially the bottom frame for other seasons, and just keep it real boho if that's what you're liking to do. So once you get the desired length of this part, then you cut the other side. Just like that. And then what you're going to do is you're going to use this to measure all of your other rope. So what I'm going to do is just start cutting out several of these at the same length, and I'll be right back. So once you have your rope cut to the desired size, we're going to start attaching them to the frame just like this. And all you're going to do is make a loop. There's no glue involved in this part, so all you're going to do is make a loop and then just tighten it up on the frame just like that. And then it's going to look something like this. Now we're going to go back and frazzle these and you'll see that as we get along, but I'm going to go ahead and fill up this frame and I'll be right back. Guys, so this is how it looks so far. This is the bottom part of it, and of course you might have to give it a little bit of a haircut, but that's exactly why I wanted it to look this way, so you can repurpose it. And like I said, it's more of a boho, but you could trim it up once you get the second part done. So what we are going to do is do the same thing to the bunny. And I have found out, especially on this one, not to do the thick pieces. So what you're going to do is take the thick piece and actually split it up into 3. And it actually holds the knot better than if you were to use the thicker piece. Now you can use the thicker piece if you want it to look thicker. There's no right or wrong way to do this. It's just the thicker piece won't hold the knot as good. So I am thinning them out just a little bit. Like I said, I'm splitting it up in 3 just because it seems to hold the knot better, and it looks a whole lot fuller as well. Okay, so I'm going to start on the bunny head, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, so here's the bunny, the round part. I was debating whether to do the ear like this or not, but I really like it. Of course, I'm going to have to give it a haircut and stuff because it's a little too shabby or whatever, but I really like the ear proportion, so I'm going to go ahead and finish the rest of the ears, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, so this is how it's looking so far, a little bit on the shabby end, but I am going to trim it up. And what you're going to do, you're going to have to find your desired length, and just start trimming away, kind of like a haircut. I just want it to be a little shorter, so I'm just going to trim it so it's not so long, especially on the ears. And just go around and trim it the size that you want it to be. And yeah, I'm going to go around and trim it up, and I'll be right back. How it's looking so far, like a little shabby little bunny rabbit. So the next thing that we're going to do is attach this to the larger frame after we trim this one down, okay? Alright guys, so what you're going to need is some pipe cleaners to attach the 2 pieces together. And just find out where you want to attach it at. I have a little empty space right up here. What I'm going to do is just run about 2 pipe cleaners in there, like that. What we're going to do is just come in here and kind of spread this apart here, and just run these 2 pipe cleaners in here, like that. And all you're doing is taking these apart so you can twist them together. And then when you get done, you'll push all the fabric back on top of each other. And make sure it's on there really, really tight. That way when you hang it, nobody will see it. Now what you can also do is just leave it poking out and go ahead and add whatever it is that you're wanting to add on here, like the flowers. And I was going to add a carrot. And then that way you have one whole setting there. So I'm just going to do a quick little ribbon with this little carrot ribbon, or a little bow with a carrot ribbon real quick. So all I do is take a hoop like that and then just make another hoop on the opposite end like that. Looks like a little bow, and then you just keep on going back and forth, gradually getting a little larger, a little smaller, just to give it a little contrast. Just make sure that you have enough to make a tail at your desired length. So you want to start off with a pretty good sized tail. That way it'll look really super cute. I'll just kind of rotate them like that. And then you kind of want to butt it up against here to make sure that it's big enough, or that it suits the size that you're wanting. And if it does, just take your other pipe cleaner and just kind of cinch it together in the middle and just kind of twist it. And then of course you want to cut the excess off of it. And don't worry about the extra, we'll just cut it off. And what we're going to do is just kind of I'm just going to lay this in here with the flowers and see where you want it at. And then of course just kind of cut that off at an angle so you have your little ribbons at the end. And of course take your little carrot here. And this part you're really going to need the hot glue because you want to kind of hide all of this right here. I didn't want to glue the flowers down because I want to reuse the bigger part of the boho wreath part for spring. So that way you could always change it up and reuse it. So while my hot glue gun is getting hot, I want to show y'all how it looks like so far. Well, it's kind of tall, isn't it? This is how it looks like so far, and I'm gonna add the carrot to it, and then we'll be done. Alright guys, so the last part is just hot gluing the carrot right in the middle there. You could add a bunny tail if you wanted to. I'm not going to because like I said, I'm gonna repurpose the bottom part for more of a boho spring. But yeah, you just fluff it out and there you go. Alright guys, so there we go. There's a quick boho bunny video. Now if y'all like this video, please don't forget to hit like, subscribe. Please leave a comment down below and let me know whether you loved it, hate it, didn't like it at all. Any type of feedback would be appreciated. You could add a bunny tail here if you wanted to. I'm just going to repurpose this because I think it's super cute for the springtime and just add flowers to it. So yeah, I didn't want to add a tail that I will damage the rope with. Now this did cost me about $7 to make, so it wasn't super expensive. It took 4 packs of rope. And like I said, I actually took the rope apart to make the boho look up here. And then of course the flowers is completely your choosing. I already had some flowers that I've had from last year that are still in the store this year. The carrots I bought, and I only used one out of a whole ring, which I'll reuse that as well. And of course the ribbon. So yeah, altogether I got about $7 in it. I think it came out super cute. Like I said, just leave me a comment down below and let me know what y'all think. Thank y'all. Y'all have a good day.